I never played a better Mexican-themed Metroidvania game than the original Guacamelee. Yes, that's a very slim category, but that doesn't discount the greatness of that incredible platformer. Instead of just slapping on some new paint, developer Drinkbox has added content to the Super Edition along with shuffling around what was already there. Do these tweaks make this new scoop of guac worth the extra lump of cash? Let's find out here in this review of Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition. Guacamelee most obviously pays homage to the Metroid and Castlevania series. Doors and pathways are gated behind certain abilities, and each new power opens up more of the map. When done right, this style of game lends an incredible sense of progression through upgrading. Guacamelee is a perfect execution of this ideology because of the care and thought Drinkbox has poured into every aspect. The multifunctional ability set is one of those aspects. For example, the uppercut looks like a generic punch move, but it also serves as a method to jump higher. Almost every skill has an alternate function like this, which gives this sense of progression to both the combat and exploration. New moves are paced out flawlessly, meaning you'll never go too long without a new ability to toy with and work into your repertoire. Handing out new powers gives an extra dimension to the hard and rewarding platforming. As you begin to master a move, a new one gets layered on, continually pushing up the level of difficulty. This game doesn't hold back either. Some sections are downright devious, but never infuriating, no matter how many times you need to restart. This is an essential ingredient in Guacamelee's success: difficulty without frustration. Swift checkpoints make the challenge the actual act of platforming and not the tedium of worrying about redoing long stretches of a level. Combat has a similar blueprint. Fighting in 2D platformers has always just been sort of there, only serving as a way to break up pace and vanquish enemy forces. Rarely has it been a pivotal point for enjoyment like Guacamelee. Brawling starts out as simple, mashy fun, but the true depth becomes apparent once more Chuzo statues have been shattered. Guacamelee's combat actually shares many design similarities with DMC Devil May Cry. Combo chains are never canned and seem to organically happen due to the player improvisation that the openness allows. Depth and variety lets the combat quickly become a gameplay facet to participate in rather than just one to actively avoid. Despite its simplicity, the narrative is something you'll inadvertently engage with as well. Kalaka, a collection of bones and evil, raids the president's compound, kidnaps the daughter, and murders the hard-working farmer protagonist Juan, all within a few minutes. Rescue and revenge is about as archetypal as video game stories come, but the writing and delivery give this game the gold belt. Guacamelee is downright hilarious, from its dialogue to its visual gags that thankfully don't lean heavily on stupid internet memes this time around. Characters have a peppy, funny sarcasm about them, hastily whipping insults and retorts around like suplexes in a wrestling ring. Conveying humor strictly through text is a tall task that Guacamelee does without flaw. While not as funny, Guacamelee's art style is just as impressive. Extracting a bright color palette from Mexican traditions, Guacamelee always looks like a beautiful painting. Whether in the living or dead worlds, the art direction is gorgeous due to the fidelity of the visuals and vivid colors. The brilliance of the musical composition matches the graphical style. Its Mexican overtones collide with the more standard affair of music, resulting in an aural fiesta that fits perfectly with the game's tone. Guacamelee is a textbook example of how overall aesthetic cohesion can be a dramatic signal booster for a game's individual elements. The original release excelled in all those previous areas, but despite an established high bar of quality, the Championship Edition is full of worthy additions. The two new worlds fit seamlessly within the story arc and are designed with the same high quality as the rest of the game. Neither tamper with the marvelous pacing or feel shoved in. Punishing bosses and combat rooms in the old levels have also been rebalanced to be more fair, which results in better pacing. However, new elite enemies have been introduced to make the game harder, along with a rage mode equivalent that eases some of that difficulty. Other small tweaks in the addition of the DLC makes Guacamelee feel more expansive and polished than ever, buffing out whatever small mishaps the original version may have had. Developer Drinkbox Studios had the monolithic task of improving upon Guacamelee, and somehow they achieved just that. Tweaking minor and major aspects to this formula sends this title to the brink of perfection, since every feature of the game moves with such confidence and finesse. The brilliant soundtrack, colorful world, responsive combat, witty writing, and impeccable upgrade-based gameplay make this a better, more modernized take on the titans it unapologetically borrows from. It's not a gothic cape or a set of power armor, but a pair of spandex pants that puts this literal heavyweight up with the other genre heavyweights. Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship Edition gets a 10 out of 10. Thank you everybody for watching, and my name is Michael Airy and I'm signing off. Later!